the coup in Niger, and I was wondering what was edifying about a coup, especially in 2023.
Yeah.
Why should I glorify a coup?
Talking about it is not actually to me glorifying it. It is about trying to see what necessitated a coup. That something must have brought it up again, and why? We are not saying coup d'etat is a good thing, no. But why is it so polarizing in Africa? Why is it so? Why is it still trending in Africa? Because in so many of the African countries, um, coup d'etat has always been, and he's not in a hurry to leave us yet.
Yeah, but
Okay, and one will begin to wonder why is he still?
Ziggy, you may say Africa, but I think it's more native to West Africa. If you ask me.
Absolutely,
Very,
I agree
yes,
with you.
yes,
Absolutely.
more
So,
native. The nativity,
it,
the
it,
sojourning in
it,
Africa is
it's more native to West Africa.
Yeah.
And you told me something about bad leadership.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But
That's where I was building up to.
bad leadership is not rife only in West Africa.
But is too prominent. Is very prosperous in in West Africa because what gave rise to military agitating to take over the government is the yield of the people, the noise of the people, because they too feel the pain.
All right, all right. Let me ask you, Ziggy. Not necessary. You are not uh, in the spotlight, But let me ask you. Nigeria has recorded a total of 9 coups,
Yes,
5 successful ones, and four
there are
failed
four
ones.
failed ones.
Would you say, in all honesty, that the soldiers were better than the politicians?
Nobody in his right senses will want to glorify or want to agree that military regime is better than even a failed democracy. Democracy is
That is
far
highly
better
debatable.
than
In fact, I don't
military
even like
regime.
to hear it. I don't
Okay.
even like that. Is highly the best military government.
the worst-
the best military
Yeah,
government
is better than the
is
worst
not as good as the worst democratic
regime.
No, highly debatable.
How do you define the best
Exactly.
military government?
Exactly. Is it the best just because it's a democratic government? Is it the worst just because it's a military government? The answer is no, no. But the point is here is that why do people engage in coup in the first place? To a large extent, it is because they are dissatisfied
satisfied with the services
with the
of the
system.
Yes.
Then Jones raised an issue here, which is why is it more why is the quoting more frequent in West Africa? Is it only in West Africa that we have bad governance? The answer is no. But maybe in trying to answer that, maybe the Western Africans have seen coup as a way of registering
The grievances.
their grievances to the government, which is not actually the best way. Just like bad governance too is condemnable. But the point is, should we continue to toe the same line? Should we continue to do the same thing and expect the result to be different? We have seen cases just mentioned here. Nigeria particularly has had about 9 coups, 5 successful, 4 unsuccessful. What actually changed? The point is that those who were in Agbada, that was what my political science class taught me, that military guys usually don't have business with governance. They only pick interest when the men in Agbada, my political science lecturer then will tell you the men in Agbada, when they begin to squander, when they begin to abuse the office, when they begin to abuse the entire system, that is when the military boys, but that is when you see the men in Agbada looting the system and having the military guys guiding them. And the military guys over time will pick interest. Why should I be guiding a bloody civilian? Looting the whole of this is when I have the guns. So from there, the military guys began to pick interest in governance, in power. Then the point I'm trying to make is this. In Nigeria, as a case study, we have had both. They say, person who don't carry kerosene, carry water, they know the one when heavy. I've had both. The military guys have been here. We had the same problem, i.e. Abacha. Look at Abacha loot that is still being repatriated, maybe until Daikidon comes. It was a military.
How many years later?
It was a military head of states. That is just one. There are several others. The man in Mina, the man in Mina, and all of them, they were all heavily and massively corrupt too. The civilian came, the men in Agbada came. Like, for instance, from 1999, let me just pick from 1999. The men in Agbada came too. What are we seeing? Not quite different.
Oh, okay.
People just want to enrich themselves. So I was saying, could it be in the blood of Africans to always acquire what they don't need? Because that is the major problem. The problem is that people want to acquire what they don't need.
Yeah, and that's monkey business.
Yes.
Because Nigerians revel, they enjoy amassing the money they don't have to buy the things they don't need.
Not just money. I don't want you to narrow it to money. Amassing everything.
To impress
Before we came
people.
on studio, I was telling you, even our forefathers, we just amass massive acres of land that they don't need.
That unquenchable taste for acquisition.
Test.
Yes, taste for acquisition. Unending need for the things you never needed in your life. Your forefathers, your grandchildren, your generation. Sometimes I begin to wonder.
And these needs are simply to impress people who don't like you.
Oh,
yeah, that is one the irony of it.
Impress those who don't like you. Humiliate those whom you think you are stronger than.
Because at every point, you some of the things you acquire, you don't even need them.
Yeah, you don't need it.
You don't need
all right, Ziggy and Murphy, let's talk about Nigeria after 24 unbroken democratic practice. Let's talk about things that are thrown up by the political system. One of the two things we have to discuss this afternoon is Godwin Emefiele's travails, the unhealthy inter-security agency rivalry. Yes, millions of Nigerians are not in a hurry to stand by or sympathize the immediate past CBN boss, Mr. Godwin Emefiele. The untold hard knocks and privation encountered in the wake of the so-called Naira redesign has refused to go away. The very ugly clash between officers of the EFCC and those of the Correction Service speaks volumes for a country where respect for judicial pronouncements is lacking or not respected. Now, the seeming unhealthy rivalry amongst inter-security agencies is a cannon fodder for the protracted insecurity situation in the country. The need, therefore, to enhance national security through inter-agency collaboration cannot be overemphasized. At this point, let me welcome Comrade Alester Wilcox. Wilcox, I greet you. Good evening.
Yatabalaman, you didn't add that.
Good evening.
Okay.
When did that become a comrade?
You have always been. You have always been.
Can we define this comradeship thing?
When there is a comrade in the house and you are comrading me.
Yeah, it can be two. It can be more.
The man needs company.
Oh, he needs company.
Yeah, he
okay,
needs
the
company.
comrade needs comrading company.
Oh yeah. So
Anyway, good afternoon, distinguished
Yeah.
negotiants and esteemed diaspora audience. We're here to
Gentlemen, Godwin Emefiele's travails. I talked about the unhealthy inter-security agency rivalry. What played out last week
Was unhealthy.
on the premises of a court a court of competent jurisdiction is unhealthy, very dirty, ugly, and so on. And we're a democratic setting.
Yes. we are democratic settings in the book, but in reality, are we in the actual sense of it?
We are not ruled or we are not run by soldiers. We are run by politicians.
You don't have to be run by soldiers to be undemocratic. Look at what you just talked about.
A military
What
government
happened?
is not democratic.
Yes, yes.
Because Murphy, in the first place, the constitution would be
suspended. I agree.
So anything goes.
Yeah, but even within the democratic settings like we have today, we see things that didn't even happen during the military junta. We see things that you can't even define, things that you can't even explain. And I think it's very unbecoming, with due respect to our DSS. I agree they have to do their job. But the moment you begin to go beyond your boundaries, people must complain. Look at what happened at the court. Some of us, not us, we are in this part of the world, we are fond of using the word us, where you are not actually speaking for everybody. I, for one, as a person, will wish that Godwin Emefiele, suspended CBN governor, is jailed, because I suffered a lot as a result of his ugly policy. But that has to be.
The law has to take it.
No, just if only you just allow me to explain for that. But
I'm
that must be done through a judicial process. That must be done through a judicial process. And that for the fact that is my wish
for you
does not necessarily mean.
Is your wish coming from the fact that Emefiele has committed a crime?
I say it's just a mere wish.
Okay.
My wish cannot in any way interfere with the court processes or the court pronouncement. So as much as I wish that he's jailed, I also expect a situation whereby the proper rule of law must be followed. If he's granted bail, allow him to do so.
Murphy, there's nothing like a proper or improper or an improper rule of law. Every pronouncement by the court is proper.
Yeah, I absolutely. So it must be allowed. If the court says God has granted him bail, not just say allow him. Then the issue of who should detain him or who should keep him.
Here, the court said, let the correction center take him in, not the EFCC.
Definitely, the court will not. Actually release him to the DSS, but to the correctional center.
Are you still with us?
150%.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the only comrade to land. Let me fly
go ahead. The only Atabala man.
Zig is there.
Go ahead.
It's not Ziggy, Zygi.
Oh,
Zygi Ibe.
So, citizen, let me say without fear of contradiction
or equivocation.
Fear of credulous.
Perilous critics.
I think that's where you're going.
That what happened? I mean, can I speak like a Bible?
You go ahead. Go ahead.
What happened before his lordship, or in the court of his lordship?
Yes.
The echelon of democratic norms, which is the court.
Good.
Now, it's appalling and very disrespectful to the psyche of Nigerians.
Good.
Now, what was seen in that court that played out shows how deep indiscipline has permeated our psyche in the country, and it is now like a norm. Remember, shortly May 29 or May 2030, the DSS took over the Ikoyi office of the EFCC.
Shutting out the EFCC.
Yes, shutting out the EFCC. It takes a phone call away from the president or a pronouncement that normally returns back to. So what happened in Ikoyi last week did not have happened. I want to endorse Murphy's position with the fact that every Nigerian, every sane Nigerian, every progressive Nigerian will want to see justice done
including us.
Yeah, we want to see justice done to Emefiele. But let me say this, Mr. Jones. I have a different decor over what you said. Now, at once in one, Emefiele was brought to court by the DSS. Emefiele was arraigned in court by the DSS on those camp charges.
He was their guest.
Yes, he has been with them. Now, there was no interference, there was no issue of the correctional service with Emefiele all this while. You understand? Now,
Yeah, there couldn't have been because nobody had assigned
exactly.
asked that he be
Exactly.
remanded.
Exactly. Now, I'm going somewhere. Let me let me go there.
Go there.
Now,
yeah.
the court had oral application for bail for Mr. Emefiele, and the court granted that oral application. That's citing that there was no compelling factor presented by the DSS as to why that bail would not be granted. And at that point, the judge made an additional order that he should be remanded in the correctional service facility till he perfected his bail. At that point, the prisons swooped in. Now, the question is, what is the conspiracy theory? How did the correctional service
Come
knew
into the picture.
that Mr. Emefiele would be given a bail and be made to stay in their facility? Now, I'm coming. Let me finish.
I thought you were asking a question.
No. So, I mean, these are the things I want us to ponder.
Okay.
How did the correctional services that were not part and parcel of Emefiele's detention, arrest, he has never been in their custody.
They've never had him.
They never had on that day. How did they come to the court? What brought them to court that day? To come and pick up the Mr. Emefiele.
Yes.
Is there a back?
The back end discussion.
Negotiation that will make. I'm coming, sir. That will make the correctional services to be there to wait for that order. I yield the floor to Ziggy.
Yeah.
But you threw a lot of questions.
Before
the air.
Ziggy comes into the picture, gentlemen, if you are arraigned, I agree the EFCC kept Emefiele up to that point.
DSS.
Oh,
the DSS.
Come on, the DSS
Yes.
kept Emefiele. He was in their custody.
Yes.
They brought him to court.
If he was going to be remanded, he should not be remanded
In DSS custody.
In the DSS custody, it should be a correction center.
Yeah,
Ideally.
I don't have an issue with that. Now, the missing link I have is now the correction center services was not part and parcel of Emefiele's being brought to court and all whatnot. They were not part of it. Now,
you are aggrieved that the correction service came into the picture.
Immediately. The judge.
I understand this.
Except that the angle you are taking it from, Alesta, is taking us off the talking point, which is the unhealthy intersecurity agency rivalry.
No. Just but it's part of it.
It's a two-way thing.
The issue Alessa raised is
It's a
part of
two-way
it.
thing.
You know,
You
but
understand?
yeah.
Because now let me just tell you what I would have expected. Okay, when the judge made that pronouncement, the correctional service was not part and parcel of the case.
No.
When the judge, they were not part and parcel of the case.
Yeah.
They were not part and parcel of Emefiele's arrest, detention. Now, when the judge made that pronouncement, Emefiele will have been officially transferred by the DSS in obedience to the court order, officially transferred to the correctional services. But where the correctional service was waiting in the wings, the moment the judge made the pronouncement, they swooped in to pick up Emefiele. That for me, it leaves much to be desired.
I don't know what I don't know what the conspiracy theorists are going to say. But I'd rather we listened to what the listener is trying to say. There's a call here. I might as well just go there. Hello. Good afternoon. Okay. Please feel free to call us 0700 903 903 903. What do you know about the talking point here. Please call us. Let's sound you out. More so if you are a legal mind.
I think at this point,
unfortunately, Barrister Evans Uferi is away in his Delta state. He told me his flight is not until 7 p.m.
And did you go to Rabbi?
I don't know. But here's the call. Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon, citizens and everybody on the panel. This is Shobi calling from Ikeja.
All right, then.
Let me state something clear here. I sense my corporate social responsibility in prisons. Any criminal court, there's a room for prison officers. It's a must. They have a place for them in the court. Any court today that they are standby, they don't need to be invited. So that if judge makes any pronouncement, they are called in. Thank you very much.
Okay. That's one side of the story.
Yeah. Just, do you have another call?
Alester, Obi is saying that at every court of law, it is constitutional for men of the correction center to be there.
Yes, I agree.
No.
They are there when they bring in cases, or when they are supposed to. That's the case that they bring.
No. Let me be a conspiracy theorist here. So why did the president of the court not chase the men of the correction service out?
No. You see,
no. Why?
You cannot chase them out because in the court you have criminal cases brought in by the correctional services. You have the police. In the court you have a gamut of people. Now the judge has the right to make an order.
No. So why did he order that he should be remanded in a correction center?
It is a right it is a right for that order. But what I'm saying is, how come the correctional service officers were there? Are they preempting the judge?
What I want to put in here is this. I will start by saying
I'm not a lawyer, so I can't go there.
Emefiele deserve what he got. That's the point.
What he
got
got in which
what he
aspect?
got, because Emefiele himself has been becoming a victim of situation he's
Are you
facing
addressing
now.
the issue floated by?
I'm coming there because Alexa's issue is this. Every curious man will want to know why should men of correctional centers, but they're always there. I think the pronouncement of a judge is what determines where a person is taken to.
Ziggy, an elementary way of looking at it is only the correction center or correction service can remand in this case.
The DSS can. The DSS
No. The DSS arrested him, so it is only proper to have kept him until he came to court.
Jones, I think he was brought in by the DSS men.
Yeah,
he has been in their custody.
The DSS
DSS arraigned him.
Yeah.
And the moment he has been pronounced, bail condition has been given to him, he has to be remanded in the prison custody until he meets his bail condition.
Yeah. So
that's what I feel.
That explains why.
I think that explains it all.
Hold on, I have another caller here. Hello, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is Remy from Akoka.
Remy Akoka.
I just heard one of the guests saying Emefiele deserves what he got, and I think that is kind of a bit
harsh on him,
unfair or not right for him to say. It's either you're on the side of impunity or not. Whether he deserves that or not, that's another discussion entirely. Let's not mix things up. Was it proper for DSS to do what they had done? The answer is no. No matter how you want to flip it.
I agree.
Whether he deserves this is another discussion entirely. Let's not support impunity under these guys that this is karma. Let's put that is another discussion entirely.
We are interrogating why Emefiele.
We are interrogating why
they brought
Let the caller talk now.
So please, I don't think it is right to say this on air. You are like supporting impunity. It's whether it deserves it is another discussion entirely. Was it proper for this to have done what they did? The answer is no. no matter how you want to flip it, whether okay, was it the one who went ahead with the Naira or whatever? Why can't you guys hold Buhari? Why are you pushing it? Buhari told everybody that he was the one who gave him the order.
Why don't you Buhari yourself?
But outside the discussion.
Yeah, but hold on. But Emefiele was the man whose business it was to redesign the Naira.
Yes.
Not the president, not Buhari.
Who ordered him?
Ordered who?
Who made the proposition?
Okay, why did Tinubu? Hold on. Why did Tinubu suspend him if the president doesn't have the power? It shows that the president has the power to do and undo. So for Tinubu to have suspended him, it shows that the president has the power. So trying to blame Emefiele for hearkening to the voice of
it's like passing moral judgment already on him.
Let me also remind you.
It's so unfair.
No. He's not done. No, Lester. Are you done, sir?
I'm not done. I'm not done yet. Let me wrap up.
Okay.
Let me. Okay. For beyond. Okay. If truly the president doesn't have the power to remove the CBN governor, why did Tinubu suspend him? Why did Jonathan suspend what's his name? The previous Emir of Kano. It shows the power the president held. We were in this country when Buhari told us after the court verdict that whatever Emefiele is doing, he was the one who ordered him. So why are we trying to forget that? Are we trying to be selective?
Please get that from the internet and send to us. Get it
now. Please, we are waiting for you to land. Yeah.
When the court told CBN to reverse the the order, when Buhari came on TV to tell us he was going to introduce 200 naira note, what was the thing he said in that TV press release? Were you not okay? You are telling me you are not in this country. You never saw that. What was Buhari never told us that he gave him the order?
Okay,
you are now trying to be.
Okay, I want to see the press release now.
Are you done, sir? Are you done?
See them. Internet is your friend. Google.
Just there is one aspect of this discussion that people keep missing.
All right. I have another caller here. Welcome. Good afternoon. Are you there? Are you with us? Yeah. Call back if you can. 0700 903 903 903. Don't get it mixed up. Godwin Emefiele, his travails. Now, the unhealthy inter-security agency rivalry. Let's take this call. What?
Stephen Jones, this is Obi calling back.
Yes.
What happened in the court between the two agencies, I think is not normal. Because for me, very shameful. For me, we are talking of the level of impunity by DSS. You see, the judge has the prerogative is on the judge to decide whether Emefiele will go back to DSS or to prison. It depends on the judge. What this judge says in the court is what matters. As far as the judge has made pronouncement that Emefiele should be taken to prison custody, I don't think that the DSS have any right to
there should have been no argument.
Yeah, but another thing.
There should be no argument at all.
Another thing.
Yeah, go. Are you done, Obi?
No, sir. Just like what I was explaining, let me let them understand that if you go to court tomorrow, any court, you will see there's a room where the prison officers stay because they'll be waiting if there will be anybody to remind in the court, in the prisons. That's what they do.
And their business is to remind. Thank you, Obi.
But maybe now we don't have a legal head here. I think another thing could be, did the DSS officials, did they bring upon Emefiele another case apart from the one he had?
Ziggy, don't mix things up. I have another caller. Hello, welcome. Good afternoon. Greetings. Are you there? Are you for us? Okay. No luck.
People are just missing something here. And even Alessa raised the question that we're ignoring. I think Alessa's grievance is with the swiftness. The swiftness at which
No. He's quarreling with the correction center men coming into the picture.
No.
Hold on. I have a caller here.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yeah. Good evening. Good afternoon.
Your name, sir? Where you calling from?
My name is Godwin. I'm calling from Uganda.
Yes, Godwin.
I'm really shocked.
Do you
that
get what you get what we're discussing?
Yes. I think I was shocked when I heard somebody trying to defend the DSS. The fact is that DSS brought Mefele to court.
Which show?
The
On
court
this show?
ruled. What do you say?
Has anybody defended the DSS on this show today?
No, let me finish.
Please let him finish.
What I'm saying
please.
is that what I'm saying is that the court had ruled that Mefele should be kept by the correctional service people until he partakes his bond. And your contributor there is saying that it should have been a formality for transference of a Mefele to correctional service. That is not
the right thing.
No, but I don't. But,
My dear, you don't know what
I don't agree with you. There is no law. I'm not agreeing with you. There is no law saying that they should be doing. If the court has ruled, the next thing is for the Mefele to perfect his bail bond. And he's not supposed to be in DSS custody trying to perfect his bail bond.
Yeah.
He's supposed to. The court has said where he should be, and the rule of law means that what the judge says has to be enforced. You don't need the DSS buy-in to put Mefele in where the law says he should be.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you,
Most
sir.
scholars are more sentimental and want to hear only what they want to hear, and that is one. Look, all of us condemn DSS.
At the beginning of this program,
DSS,
we all condemn the actions of the DSS.
What they did at EFCC. Now, I pose a question. You are telling me that the police, let's even take the police, that somebody in police cell will be taken to court with all the documents. There are documents you use to take somebody to court. Now, the judge said remanded in correctional service center. Are you not going to sign document that you transfer this man? Are you not going to sign document? You are telling me so the person will just leave him and then walk away, and then tomorrow they don't know where he
No. Let me ask you.
Come on.
Let me ask you a question here. If a man is facing a criminal trial,
yes,
and the verdict is commit him to prison,
yes,
is it the DSS that will take him to prison?
Okay.
No. Address that question.
You're not getting me.
No. Get my logic. Get my logic. I'm saying. No. Let me. You want me to speak in broken?
No, go ahead.
I'm saying the man is facing criminal charges, and the verdict is sentence to prison.
Prison custody.
The DSS will not take him to prison.
No.
Good.
No.
So at that point, is it proper for the men of the correction center to be there?
To be there and take a formal handover. Jones, you cannot leave your beat if as a broadcaster without handing over to the next person. You cannot say, you cannot say you are transferring.
So how do you reconcile the pronouncement of the judge?
The judge has made his pronouncement. He is right to make his
What was the pronouncement?
Remanded in
prison custody until he perfects his bail condition.
Now, the EFCC.
So should the EFCC have interfered with that?
The DSS should, of course, because they are supposed to hand him over. You cannot just leave on the street now. The man runs away and go.
Alessa, we are stretching this issue. First of all, maybe you are trying to.
Just
a minute.
No. Let's address the interagency scuffles, which is the problem. Let's look at that.
Jones.
That is what I want us to discuss, not the other one.
Good
Please.
and fine. But the point here is, if I see it less like more like making a case for the DSS because that's
just a minute. A caller is there. Welcome.
Hello. Yeah. Good evening.
I greet you. Good evening. Yeah. Welcome.
I greet all the big men in the parlor there. I greet everybody.
Good evening.
21 minutes to 4. Let's go. Go on.
And I'm going to make the talk, please.
Naimeka, welcome.
Yes, I beg now. I take God the beg everybody. Make them look inside this DSS for us. We are begging them. Both the head where they manage that authority have been supposed to be interrogated because they have been doing things doing things against the law for a long time. Court will bail somebody, grant somebody bail. We people will say no. God will do this. To the extent they play this out in the court premises, fighting each other. Fighting each other like children. When this thing, they happen you. Now Ghana man call me, they tell me, they ask me what thing happen.
All right.
And then I say, what happened? He say, look at what is happening in your country. I say, man, if this will play out today, that means this power parts of power authority where they display for Nigeria, you know, they help us. Power parts power.
Thank you, Nemeka.
Power authority.
No, thank you, Nemeka.
Us, please. Let them help us.
Thank you. Because they can.
But do you know in the whole of this bro?
Ziggy, just spare me one minute. Just spare 1 minute.
We have not been actually led into what causes or what costs all this between these two agencies.
All right, let me take another call. Welcome. Good afternoon. Yeah, welcome. Good afternoon.
Okay, number one.
No, who is calling us? Identify yourself.
John from Ogun State.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
I think your line is breaking.
Yeah. People are saying that they just broke the law. But let me come to this aspect. Nobody is even talking about the failure. Do you remember this man bought an APC form for the presidential ticket, which is against his office?
That's not what we're please. It is not. Please. That's not what. And in any case, sir, please understand. Please understand. That is not why he was taken. No. Let me go back to number 2. That is not why he was taken to court. Please don't. Please don't mention that. I'm sorry. We are looking at the unhealthy inter-security agency rivalry.
Jones, if that was what I was saying, maybe Alessa was making a case for DSS. If that was their grievance, if the point Alessa raised was their grievance,
who are these there?
I mean the DSS.
What's the grievance?
If their grievance was that the proper process of handing over from the DSS to the correctional center was not followed, still, even at that, what we saw on that day was still not the right way to go about it. Was still not the right way to go about it. And for those two, a caller said we should go and hold Buhari accountable. Emefiele has been taken to court, and I want to wish that he should indict.
Murphy, the unhealthy inter-security agency rivalry
is part of it.
No. Go address that one.
That's what we're addressing.
Because I'm saying
the
unhealthy rivalry is related, whether directly and indirectly, to the insecurity situation in the country.
Yes, that took place in the court.
Please understand what I'm saying. Don't make this job tedious for me this evening.
Okay.
Don't make it tedious more tedious. Don't make it more tedious.
Okay. It's tedious already.
I'm saying the need to enhance national security through interagency collaboration cannot be overemphasized at this point.
Can we look at the non-interfacing agencies?
Is it possible? Is it possible to look at what I've floated?
Yes.
But let me listen to a listener here.
They're making the job more tedious for you.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Please, if you want to be a part of it, keep your radio out of this thing. I beg you.
Yes, I'll put it off.
Thank you.
Okay.
Are you a man or a sir?
I'm a lady.
All right. What's the name and where you calling from?
My name is Azamta. I'm calling you from Mazamaza.
All right, Asanta, let's go.
Azanta is in Owerri. Are you in Owerri?
Let us go. Go on.
Yes. Concerning the Emefiele case,
I'm not talking Emefiele. I'm talking about
the DSS and this thing.
Hold on. Listen to me. I'm talking about inter-security agency rivalry. Please, let's look at that. I'm not talking in Emefiele. I'm not.
Okay. So what I'm trying.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying here is that since the court have ruled that the man should be remanded in custody, in the prison custody, the DSS has no right interfering.
Assumpta, are you listening to me?
Yes.
I am saying the DSS, the prison officials, and the related agencies are not, their relationship is not healthy, and it is not good for the whole country. That's my quarrel here.
But when you look at it, this disobedience to rule of law, it was the Emefiele and the one that introduced it.
Oh.
So that is why the DSS is doing what they did.
Thank you.
You see why everybody could not talk directly about the two agencies brawl. Because
Ziggy, our business here. Hold on, Ziggy. Our business here is to set the agenda.
We've set it already.
We are not. We are not. And I repeat, don't make this business tedious this evening. Don't make it more tedious.
It's tedious already.
Please, don't make it more tedious. Let it be straightforward.
Okay, let's discuss about agencies in Nigeria.
Go there. Lead the way.
The two agencies that were involved in the brawl were not actually collaborating with themselves, or the two, because at the end, one of the agencies took upper hand, and still Emefiele was taken back by the DSS who brought Emefiele there. Okay, and you see what worried me that very day was that we were not as much led into what transpired that necessitated that ugly incident, and the whole talk died there. Nobody, no agency came to tell us this is why we came, this is why the brawl lasted, this is what happened and other. Only what we went home with was that Emefiele had been granted bail, and until he perfected his bail conditions, he remained in the DSS custody. But then, and that's why you see these conflicting opinions.
I want to get you.
The right thing, I'm getting you, sir. The right thing is this: when a person is pronounced being taken on bail or haven't been granted bail, I think the next is to be remanded by the NCS, Nigeria Correctional Center. After the person had met
Correctional Service.
Yeah, Nigeria Correctional Service. After the person had met his or her bail conditions, then he will be released from there. The job of the DSS, which they went excessively that day, was wrong. When they brought Emefiele in, I think their job ended there. Unless...
Yeah, because the DSS does not have the primary role of remanding anybody.
Again, they have no role at all. So for them to have done what they did in the court, you and I would want to premise that excessive on the lack of job. They didn't do well.
All right. I have another caller here.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, your name, where you calling from?
It's Precious. I'm calling from Cape.
Your name, please.
Precious.
Precious, welcome.
Thank you.
Are you very precious?
My take this matter is that the DSS and the NCS, they need to work hand in hand. And it's high time they stop all this rivalry and all that. You remember what happened between DSS and EFCC? I think one of their buildings there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think this is like I don't know how to say it. It's like a disgrace because they are representing the country. I think there should be collaboration between them. There should be an agreement between them. DSS I don't think they have the right to detain someone.
Okay.
The court has pronounced the right thing to do is to obey the rule of law. If they want to obey the rule of law, what do you expect other agencies to do also?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That is a hard sort of bad example. I think it's high time they come together and agree on one thing so that peace can reign between them to avoid the national disgrace.
I agree with you, madam.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let me say
Yeah.
this, citizen. Everywhere in the world, there's interagency rivalry. That is why the US has to create a Department of Homeland Security. Because when they discovered that 9/11 happened because of lack of interagency collaboration with sharing of information. So they have to create that Department of Homeland Security that will organize all security architecture
information
and be able to
sharing
make
information.
Sharing. Now, each of the arms of government work separately and interrelated.
Because they share information.
Yes. My grasp, I condemn what happened in the court, and I said that clearly, except some listeners want to hear what they want to hear. I condemn what happened in the court, either by the either by the DSS or by the National Service. Because as far as I'm concerned, the correctional service need not swoop on a Emefiele. The correctional service need to get the necessary paper of transfer from the DSS and take Emefiele into court because the court has ruled. That is where I am seeing. I'm just trying to raise some dust or some smoke because there's no smoke without the fire. If they look, Emefiele is not a small fry. Now to transport him from the court to the Ikoyi correctional services is a lot of security architecture because he's not a small fry in terms of.
Oh yeah, but the correction center had been in the thick of things from time immemorial. Whether the fellow involved is a small or a big fry.
So you're not getting me.
I get you. The prisons, but the correction service men are also armed.
Yes.
Please tell me another.
Yes. Did they come to pick up Emefiele
Hold
when
on.
They came that morning? That is my question. Did they come with the intention of picking up Emefiele when they came that morning?
Lester, the president of the court, made the pronouncement. Let the man be remanded in the correction center until he perfects his bail condition. It was straightforward. I have a caller here. Hello, welcome.
Hello, Citizen Jones.
Yeah, welcome. Your name, where you're calling from?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm Amechi, calling you from Ekoto.
Yeah, Sister Amechi, welcome.
Amechi. Normally, if somebody is taken to court, they don't take the person back to the station, whether Pantio, whether ordinary police station, whether DSS. When the person case has been pushed to court, it means the person will go to correction center if there's anything to do.
Yeah.
So this one, they are mixing it, saying that they should work hand in hand. You are a policeman and somebody committed offense. They carry the person to court.
It's just that, nobody's saying here they should work hand in hand. I am insisting that...
So one woman said it. That they should work hand in hand. They don't have to work hand in hand.
There is nothing wrong in interagency collaboration.
Yeah, I'm saying...
They can work together.
They must work together.
I mean...
How can I arrest? And they're just leaving me at the court and go away.
Yeah, madam, thank you. Are you done? Are you done, madam? All right.
I arrest somebody. I took him to court. And the next time, just get up. I just walk away. Without record.
There is this section of the society that thinks that once the agencies of government are not quarreling, it means they are not doing their job. That is why in our society, you see that sometimes once there is no issue between the National Assembly and the executive, people will turn it into a rubber stamp National Assembly. No. Both the police, the DSS, the correctional center, they are all agencies of same government, one government, and their aims and objectives are always the same. So if the DSS can work in collaboration with the correctional center, all fine and good. We are not in dispute if the man was granted bail or not. Fine, the man has been granted, and we have all agreed here that it is the job of the correctional center
As stated by the judge.
Yes, to take over. That has been established here. What somebody like Alessa is having issues with here is probably the swiftness at which, but me, I don't have a problem with that. I shouldn't have a problem that the DSS has a job to do, and I should quarrel with them doing it so swiftly. No, I think I should applaud the educational center if they had a job to do and they did it so swiftly. That is not my problem. The major issue here, which it has been a perennial issue, it said that it's with the police and custom, army and police and all of that. I think it's time these government agencies will begin to first of all know their boundaries and know how to go beyond that to also align. There must be some form of alignment with other agencies in order to make their jobs better.
Murphy, let me remind you something as to why my position, and I remember my position. It was in this country that a sheep got lost.
Just a minute. I have a
Okay.
listener.
I'll take it.
Yeah, well, good afternoon. Yeah, welcome. Your name, where you calling from?
Franklin, calling up from Okata.
Yeah, Franklin, welcome.
This issue, this is not about anything. It's about the image of Nigeria.
It is not a Mefele. We are talking about interagency.
It's not about him.
Yeah.
It's about the image of this nation. That what DSS and the correctional service, what they teach. They are rubbishing the image of this nation. We need to portray Nigeria in the eyes of the world as a lawful country, so that foreign investors will come. The things that are happening, the other time they went to National Assembly to stop our democracy during the first time of the DSS. Sometimes court will give a judgment. MFLM will disobey you. This one will disobey you. This one will disobey. The image of this country is going down. The other time, the Nigerian diplomats were beating black and blue. In English, and nothing happened. We need to review this image of this country. We need to polish it. If you are holding a clean passport, you will accept it.
Thank you.
It's about the image of this nation.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So let me
many thanks.
So let me just end my thought. It was in this country that a sheep got missing. Now, what happened? Between the Navy and the police, there was denial and counter denial that made us to have locks and lots of things on our hands. In fact, that was what consumed late Tafa Balogun. Now, if you do not hand over anything properly, you cannot account for that thing. If the police, go and check how the police does their own work. When the police takes a suspect to the court, there is a documentation. There is a case file. When they are handing over that suspect based on the court directive remanded in prison custody, there is a document they sign that transfer that suspect to the correctional services. They will sign, and then the police will have a copy in their own file, knowing that on so day, at so time, the suspect was handed over to the correctional services, so that there will not be ambiguity. So for me, my case is, how come the correctional services, I'm not holding brief for the DSS. At the point the judge has said, well, in correctional be remanded there, the correctional will have approached the DSS team. Let me sign to take this man away. They will not swoop on the man. That was the swooping on the man that made the DSS to react. They swoop on the man to catch the man.
Who are these they?
The correctional service officers. As the man was standing in the dock, you didn't see the part of the video.
No, hold on. If they swooped on the man,
yes,
were they doing their job?
They are not doing their job. They are supposed to have the EFCC sign off on the man and give to them.
All right, Alester, it's 4 o'clock.
They are not doing their job.
As you speak, it is 4 o'clock. This is still Studio 903, aka the Radio Parlor Show, and the Voice of the People Radio is the medium. I'm Citizen Jones. Sometimes we get so riotous, That's the essence of.
And make this job more difficult for you.
And deliberately, some folks will be out to make the job even more heavy, more tedious.
And it was tedious already.
Well, the line is still open. 0700 903 903 903. inter-security agency rivalry. Not doing us any good here. Hello, good evening or good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Secretary Jones.
I'll get you.
Lester, Murphy, and Ziggy. I greet you all as well.
We greet you.
We are still loyal.
My name is Rujaye Omotosho.
Yeah, Drojaye.
When Nigerians come on national radio to say our politician has destroyed the image of this country, please, I don't know. What about those Nigerians that peddle drugs? That are they not destroying the image of the country? They are also doing the same thing. That's why I said the other day last week that the leg and the leader, we are all
boys.
the same thing.
All Yahoo boys, yeah.
All Yahoo boys. We are all the same thing. So
it's a collective guilt.
Yes, if we want to change the story of this country, we will all do it together. It's not something the leaders alone will do. I made a reference last week that until me, Mr. Joe Motosho, if I know of any of my relatives who is a civil servant that is living above his wages, if I can come out and say, this is my uncle, he's earning 500,000, but I do 3 houses, more than $1 million each. He has 3 cars, and he has 4 children, which all of them are in private universities, and they are paying over $1 million per tenure. That's when Nigeria will change. Okay. Our Nigeria will not do anything different, though. That's just my take.
I agree with you.
Many thanks. Wahala do.
Yeah, the
they say trouble not the finish.
Lie.
Where I won't finish. Trouble.
I like the perspective that Motosho, the last caller, took it from. You know, it's only in our society here that if corruption favors you and your family member, it's grace.
It's grace.
It's the Lord's doing.
And it's marvelous in your eyes.
Yeah, it's only a crime, or if it's only corruption.
Until churches begin to ask questions, how did this grace come?
Yes.
We'll have a long way to go.
First of all, define what is grace. Is it really grace? Before you now talk about the source of the grace. Is it grace? It's not grace.
It is the testimony. It was grace.
Okay.
So until there is interrogation as to how did this grace come about?
Can you query grace?
No, I know Ziggy's shop. Mm-hmm. He has been fantastic man. Let me thank Ziggy in the public.
Okay. Is it fantastic? His shop is fantastic or the man?
The man himself.
All right. I have a caller here.
Please, my business.
Please, let's listen to our next.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Your name, where you calling from?
Good. This is Douglas Adepoji.
All right,
calling
Douglas.
from Ago.
All right.
Yes. I only want to say I want to salute Alexa Wickles on this. I am in full support of what he said. There won't be any collaboration if the agencies are involved. They have not understood each other or themselves. So I believe there should be a perfection of that transfer. What should be signed before a particular agency, a sub-agency of the government will be allowed to be in a custody or a custodian of having a transfer of a person. Much so, this so-called CBN governor.
It's not so-called. It's not so-called.
Okay,
the CBN governor is not so-called.
Okay. Pardon my voice there.
All right.
The suspended CBN. So Alexa, to me, is very, very right. They should have that sense. If that sense of collaboration is not understood,
but that should not have given rise to the power show we saw.
Yes, that's what we are saying. They should have understood that before they came into the courtroom to be arguing, to be making mess of themselves. They should not have displayed that.
Thank you, sir.
But, no, Ziggy. But that Lester and this last caller seems to be making case for the DSS.
No, we are not.
The DSS has not said that was the reason why they displayed what they displayed.
For me,
so bringing that here is like making a case for the DSS.
no, for you to go to equity, you go to clean hands. Going to equity, you need clean hands.
The DSS in this instance has not even made any attempt to go to equity. Talking about going with clean hands. So, like, I want to reestablish. I want to reestablish here that if what you said is what should happen. I agree with you. But is that the reason that the DSS has given? The answer is no. So let's say if I'm to say, let's leave that for now, because that is not the reason why they've gone to display that.
Let me listen to another caller. Good evening.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Yeah. Your name, where you calling from?
Please. Okay, I am Surplus by name.
Surplus.
You're not deficit.
Yeah.
Surplus is calling us from where?
From England.
Oh, nice one, Surplus. Can we have some pounds?
Welcome.
Okay, make I use our language speaker. If you get a lot of enemies and you see that you are not moving ahead with it anymore, all you do is that people say buy wine and they do what? And they go and apologize to some people. As a young guy at the age of 18, I've been in High Court Oka several times on different occasions to see what is going on. Once you are in law court, after the judgment, the next people that comes to you, if you have any crime, is we call them the warders. I don't know.
Call them the prison warders.
Yeah, you understand? Yeah. Now this is what everybody knows and what have been in the system. Are you telling me that DSS, in the first time in their history, that they no longer know their boundary? Is that what they are trying to say? Mind you, we are speaking. Other people and other nations are hearing us, and the people in their hierarchy. You remember, you know the rank of the man of the welder and the DSS people as well. So you are telling me that the man who have served the country to get to that rank don't understand his duty anymore because he say MFLA is involved. Is that what you people are saying?
Oh.
Did you listen to us first of all? Have you been listening? What do you mean what people are saying? Who has said that?
Hello?
Yeah, go on, sir.
Now, how many minutes will it take for them to sign that document for DSS to embarrass that man in uniform?
No, you are taking
in that
side.
level.
You are taking side, sir.
So why can you? Okay, DS. Okay, what we would have done is we would have given them to DS when the courts pronounced their judgment. And are you telling me that even the lawyer did not understand the procedure? And then what is he doing in the court? By saying, okay, let that man be handed over to. Hello, let that man be handed over to the correctional service. Mm-hmm. Are you telling me that the lawyer did not know that the DSS people are still there? That is the normal procedure. Then how can you hijack such a man and say, okay, the DSS will hold him first, then sign documents so that he will not run away, where you have a gang of thieves that run banks, and after they have passed judgment for them on court, they will still hand them over to the welders. And because of his MFLA, they will give him to DSS so that he will not run away.
Stop saying because MFLA is involved. Nobody here is against MFLA.
Thank you,
that is why I feel that you have not listened to us all this while.
No, they want to.
You have not listened to us.
Let's take a commercial break. We should be back. Please stand by. Thank you.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos, number 42, Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We also offer complimentary pickup and drop-off from the Lagos airport.
Take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant.
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So, why wait? Book your stay today and experience ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website at airportgoldentuliphotel.com.
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort. The award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and cold berry ice cream, delights in every scoop. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and cold berry ice cream at 11 Road by First Avenue, Festac Town, 28 at Denira Ogunsanya Street, Surulere, 13 Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1. Romeo's Pizza and cold berry ice cream. Romeo, the pizza champions. Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Light Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender Jitters, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
We have been serving you hot and fresh content on radio, and you have been loving it. Now we're taking it further. Catch us live on YouTube at BOP TV for all the juicy content you can't resist. Talk shows, exclusive interviews, news, lifestyle, and more. It's all about you. BOP TV, show up, speak up.
Sorry about that, folks. His Emotion is one of the songs from yesteryear. Huh? Oh, yeah. You know, when musicians sang about our weaknesses and our strengths and so on. All right, gentlemen, it's no longer news that come Wednesday, August 2nd, organized labor would enforce a nationwide strike over what the NLC president, Comrade Joe Ajeru, says has become necessary because the government of President Tinubu has failed to meet up with the demands labor presented to it following the removal of subsidy on the PMS. But another meeting between government and labor is built for tomorrow, Monday, that's 31st July, for a strike-weary population. We are asking, what good is the mother of all strikes at a time like this, gentlemen?
Well, it's unfortunate that we've come to this point again. We've gone through this route before, and it has never really taken us anywhere. In all honesty, Jones, I've always said this in every platform that I've been opportune to speak, that maybe it's time government should begin to take labor beyond mere negotiation of minimum wage and all that, embark on strike whenever they don't agree with government. Maybe labor should begin to also offer solutions. Maybe labor should begin to partner with government in businesses. For instance, we're talking about subsidy removal and the hardship that has ensued. Labor is talking about minimum wage and so on. The things we've always held, general labor demand, minimum wage. How many Nigerians are actually salary earners? That's the issue. But meanwhile, all of us are facing the hardship that has ensued as a result of the removal of subsidy. So maybe at this point, labor should begin to proffer solutions to government. Labor should begin to tell government how they can discuss how they can partner in business. For instance, now, look at transportation, for instance. Labor should, I think they've had something like that in the past.
Labor is also saying store food, medicine, and other things.
You cannot store food and medicine if you don't have money. We're talking about subsidy removal that has led to scarcity of money. People don't have money. Salary can no longer take people to job. You're talking about stocking the house with food. With which money are we going to steal to do that? So for me, that is neither here or there. But labor should begin to think. There should be more business-minded people this time around. They should bring proposals to government on how to cushion the effects of subsidy removal on Nigerians. They should present proposals. They should partner with government. They should go into business proper with government.
Removal of subsidy on the premium motor spirit, the petrol, was it not going to bring hardship?
All of us, thank God bless you for that question. We have always knew. How come different governments from 1999 have always avoided this tirelessly? Obasanjo, Yar'Adua, Jonathan, Buhari, and now Tinubu. They avoided it because they knew it was going to unleash hardship on the people. Jonathan, 2012, made an attempt to remove it. Why did the people refuse? People said, no, we're not prepared. The hardship was going to be more. Now we have the government who has summoned the courage to remove it. Now we are where we are. Nobody should tell me that it's strange that the price of every other item has gone up. We knew this. But my grudge is this.
So for you, the strike of Wednesday should not be on the cards.
For me, we should go beyond the strike. We should go beyond the strike. We have a challenge now. It's facing all of us, including labor and federal government and all of us. Let's look for solutions. Let's look for way forward. That is what I want to see.
Our labor center has remained
not the regular strike and all that.
Very, very unpragmatic and with due respect, irresponsible. Because over the years, this is something you hear. The moment government do anything, the next thing is we are going on strike. Strike of what? Please, what has strike achieved? Who strike help? Now, and Murphy, look,
have you not heard things like the only language government understands?
Government doesn't understand strike, because if they go and ask the lecturers what happened, if the government understand, it's just that in the past the lecturers eat their cake and eat their cake and still have it. After they go on strike for 11 months, they will go behind the back door, bribe some government officials, get their salary paid. But this time around, they didn't get it. So their 8-month salary is still within the federal government. So strike is not what the government here. Must be said it. What is labor contribution to national development? What is labor contribution to the policy direction of government? Now, let's not get something wrong. The 3 major candidates in the last election, even the one openly and successfully supported by labor, using their platform, using their offices for a campaign, that's talking about Labour Party, they talked about removal of subsidy. So if it has been P2B that removed the fuel subsidy, what would Labour have done?
Or Atiku,
if it was Atiku that removed the fuel subsidy, what will Labour have done? Because don't forget, Labour works for PDP. It's just at this time they work for LP.
I don't understand.
I'm
Please
telling you.
Don't rub that in.
I've dropped it in. Me and the fear now. Evidence are all there.
Please, this is not about whether
I withdraw it.
I would not want to completely agree with that.
I withdraw it.
Please.
But what I'm telling you that it's also not in public space that NLC and their two counterparts work for the Labour Party. It's also not in the card, or we're denying that. Now all the 3 candidates talked about the removal of first subsidy.
If Labour no work for Labour Party, now who if I work for?
Okay,
now
thank you.
Works Party.
Thank you. So it is not about the strike. Look, Labour has not shown leadership and responsibility. They get in 1989 when let me tell you the price. Private car 42 naira, 42 kobo. Commercial vehicle 38 kobo, and they designated some stations for commercial and for stations for what do you call it, for private cars. Labour was given, I think, was it 50 million then to start up Labour Transport Company? Have you forgotten?
Yeah, no, why?
Labour was given 50 million. Pascal Bafia was the president of NLC. They were given 50 million then by the Bangladesh government to start Labour Transport Company. What has become of Labour Transport Company? Now,
and the buses were here for a brief
from
while.
1989, the State Transport Corporation of Ghana came to being in 1987. I might be wrong with that, 87, 88 or thereabout. The State Transport Corporation of Ghana came to being around that period. Today, that is the dominant transport system that takes, and they now use, they used to use smaller buses. Now they use they even come to Nigeria.
Even some have been designated for the workers.
Do you understand? Now, what am I saying? Now, from the same time, Labour was giving money to start up a transport company. What become of that transport company? They chop the money. They damage.
Is that peculiarly Nigerian?
Peculiar Nigeria. Peculiar Nigeria. Peculiar Nigeria. So if you go to equity, go with clean hands. Now, with all the check-up dues, with all the millions and billions of naira available to the labor centers, through check-up dues, through other things, please tell me one business venture that they have done, that one factory, look, when ASU was making their fight, I tell you something. ASU is an organization. They have over 5,000 members, if not more. Far more than that. Now, every month they do check-up dues. So, in terms of quantum of resources they have, why not start a university with 2 faculties and run it the way one government to run their own universities? Use your check-up dues. Establish a university. Go for grant. You can get grant because you are all professionals. You are all professors. Go for grant from international agencies and run a university with 2 faculties, and then run it the way one government owned to be run. Labour, you cannot run transport company. Labour has no farm anywhere. Labour has no farm that produces garri or cassava. Meanwhile, every month, huge amount of money is deposited in their coffer as check-up dues. Labour cannot run transport company. If you doubt, if you want to challenge me. Go to Yaba, their junkyard. The whole relics of the buses are all there. A Labour that cannot run transport company And everything, what you talk is government,
let me involve the listener.
government.
Let me involve the listener.
I think something is wrong with our side.
If you feel up to joining issues with Alesta or any member of the panel, why not? 0700 903 903 903. Nationwide strike called by Labour is fixed for Wednesday, August 2nd, 2023. I hope you remember that. Oh, I have a caller here. Welcome. Good afternoon.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good evening. I'm Conrad Deji from Ushayo.
Yeah, Deji, welcome.
Yes, I believe
I'm hearing you over your radio.
Very
Deji, I'm hearing you over your radio. Remove that, please. It will not make for a clean discussion, please. Please.
It's off. It's off.
If it is off, I'll know, but go on. It is
It's not off, Deji.
It is not off. It is not off.
Off it. If I want to hear you, Deji, off it.
Yes, the Labour has presented a very beautiful proposal to the government concerning how to cushion the effect of the subsidy removal. So Labour is not just pushing for increment in a review of salary, minimum wage. There is a beautiful proposal that the government, Labour has also proposed. Labour is also being run by knowledgeable people. They are not just missions, right? And are we even aware that the Labour, the minimum wage, it took Labour effort to make Labour threatened strike before the federal government even decided that they will increase it. This is something that's constitutional that is supposed to be very 5 years.
All right. Are you ready for August 2nd? I said, put off your radio. You have refused. You have refused to put off your radio. I'm sorry. You have refused to put off your radio.
Nigeria.
Our problem.
When you want to have a focus, okay, what is Labour telling government? Where is Labour directing government to? No direction. Labour is not directing government to any direction. It's not taking government to any direction. Going on strike perennially has never told government what direction they should take. When you are putting government in a box, you want to really tell government that these are the grievances of the people. Labour has never, for once, since I knew about Labour, they have never for once managed anything successfully. Like Alexa put, if you go to Ghana, Labour has a transport company.
Good one.
They manage well. In fact, at a point when the
Labour has a bank.
The success of Labour activities in Ghana brought about workers, civil servants in Ghana. They have dedicated bus. In fact, at a point recently, they dedicated a line. Labour bus plies only on those lines. In Nigeria, what you get about Labour is instigating people to go against government policies. And each time...
I have another listener here.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I'm calling back. Yeah, good afternoon. Yes, I'm the economic calling back. Sir, very important information.
I hope your radio is off. I hope your radio is off.
It's not off.
I hope your radio or listening aid, what you are using,
it's not
I'm
off.
hearing you over your radio.
Yeah.
Please.
Please now.
Please.
What we are doing is protest rally and not strike.
Deji.
No, we are not going on strike. We are going on protest rally.
Deji, the rules are very clear.
Deji, if Labour has won the election, will he still go on protest rally?
Okay, the issue is this.
All right, I have another. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm on to the radio discussion. Yes. I am Ugochukwu.
Reaching us from where?
Yes, from Eba.
All right, Ugochukwu. Go on.
Yes. When we are discussing an issue like this on the radio, which even international observers or listeners are listening, we try to be objective. Somebody is talking about whether if Labour had won, would they have gone on strike? That is not the issue. Look at how the subsidy was removed on a swoop without consultation. That is the issue. And when I'm talking about whether Labour is talking only on minimum wage, no, they are talking the palliative is inclusive on the discussions. So when we are talking about something, let us look at it holistically.
Make your point. Right.
So who is looking at it half-lickally?
If Labour does not go on strike, which other organization can pressurize government to do the needful? Period. Bye-bye.
So what's the needful you want government to do?
All right.
What's the needful do you want government to do?
0700 903 903 903.
Overtime.
Hold on. August 3rd. That's August 2nd, rather. That's a Wednesday. Wednesday this week. How many days from now? 3 days. Labour is calling for a strike regarding the removal of subsidy on the PMS. Are you ready for the strike? Call us. Hello? Please, the line is free. Let's take advantage of it. Hello, welcome.
Hello. This is
Please.
I salute. Good afternoon.
Your radio is on. I can hear me over your radio. You know I quarreled with the guy before now. Please.
Is that on?
All right, sir. Let's go.
Are you hearing anything?
Go on. Yeah. Your name, where you calling
Good
from?
evening. Good evening, Mr. Chris from Egwuatu.
All right, Chris, welcome.
Yeah. The issue of removal of subsidy and
No. The strike called by Labour.
The strike, yeah. Okay, the strike. Then the Labour, they are right to go on strike because of the decision of the government. The decision was not mature enough for them to go at this particular time. Then there's the issue of devaluation of Naira and this strike issue. When you check the two, it cannot rhyme at all because of there's no government that run any government with high cost of energy. It will affect both on employment, it will affect crime, it will affect a lot of things. So I feel that it's the right time for them to go on strike. But the issue of laser.
Are you ready for the strike? Are you ready for the strike?
I'm ready. I'm ready for the strike.
Okay.
And it's way right.
All right.
It's way right. Yeah. The laser and the other man campaigning as if they are working for the government. Campaigning that Labour has never, they don't have transport companies.
Are you working for Labour? Are you working for Labour?
Or not, he's working for somebody. Himself is working for somebody.
Are you working for Labour?
So for him, listen now, Mr. Jones. Listen, for him to come out and start saying that they don't have transport companies, they don't have this, start cascading the Labour. It's not so.
But you're cascading government.
The issue, the issue at hand is how do you make the cost of things to be affordable for the poor masses? That's the issue. Look at the other day, somebody say that if township is if a city is too expensive for you, you should go to the village. The other day they say you should go on bicycle. Is that the way?
Is it not part of the way? Right, in China, don't they go on bicycle?
That is too bad.
Oh, you cannot go on bicycle.
Thank you.
You want to eat look, let me say this. Please hold the call. Let me say this.
Alistair, the idea is not to raise more passion.
No, I'm not raising passion.
It shouldn't be a debate between we and the
listener.
Let me say this.
The listener has a right to his feelings, just as you think you have. Please.
No, let me say this.
Please, Alistair.
Okay. Jones, you see. Okay. In all of this, all of us just want a.
But let me hear what the next caller is saying. Welcome. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Your name, where you're calling from?
Onyeka from Yanekwaja.
All right, Onyeka, let's hear you.
Yes, what I want to say about the strike the Labour is proposing to go. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think there was a time they discussed with either the previous government, either Buhari government, to this level that if you want to remove fuel subsidy, first of all, let our local refineries, the 4 refineries start working. Then you can now remove the subsidy. And before nobody is saying that removing subsidy is not right. But it's like a father. You want your children to stop eating rice. I did not provide any alternative, just like that, and they want them to die of hunger. Is it the right thing to do? To me, removing the subsidy was right. But the manner which the subsidy was removed is what we are talking about. Even if the Labour Party was win the election of PDP, before they remove the subsidy, they're supposed to put something in place to cushion the effect, because we know that thing is going to boomerang on the people. You can't just come up one day with even the something was not on his inaugural speech. He says subsidy is gone, just like that. I mean, it was a bombshell to every Nigerian. Let us be sincere with us.
Yeah.
Before, maybe you are fueling with 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira. Today, believe me, you spend not less than 25,000 naira to fuel some car, and you are not making extra money.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, Jules, let me finish up what I was saying.
Did you hear his argument?
I did. But I'm not here to join that argument, because the issue remains that Labour, who is asking Nigerians to stock up their house, knew that Nigerians don't have money enough to stock their house with foodstuffs,
medicine,
to stock their house with medicines, and to actually fill up their house with all they need, because they call it mother of all rallies.
Yeah.
We've had that over time. And we are saying the same body who is calling for these rallies over time had not been able to.
For strike, not rallies.
Yeah, for strike anyway, or rally, whatever it is. Because it is all about, there will be, everywhere will be picketed. There will be no work anywhere. And they knew that these same people have been polarized. Everywhere there was no money. And the same body.
There was no, or there's
no money. There's no money. The Labour knew there's no money. And they are asking everyone to stay at home or not to go anywhere looking for what they will use in feeding their families and all that. But the same body have not been able to run a successful business over time. And we just went to Ghana to cite certain examples of what their counterpart in Ghana with lesser resources are doing. The same Ghana here has a labor union, and their union has a manufacturing company.
All right, 20 minutes.
A public manufacturing company.
20 minutes to 5. I have another listener here. Hello, welcome.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, welcome. Your name, where you're calling from?
My name is Ben.
Your name is
Mr. Ben.
Ben, okay, Ben, welcome. Reaching us from where?
Thank you. You see, your neighbor.
Go on.
Hello? He said he asked if that he will see.
Nobody's not the point.
Yeah.
Please don't bring any politician. Just go straight to the.
Okay, all right. So what I mean, he said that when he take over, he will give this modular refinery in this geopolitical.
You are still going there. I'm saying, listen to me now. The nationwide strike proposed by Nigeria Labour Congress is built for Wednesday. That's 3 days from now, August 2nd. Are you ready for it? Should we go on strike? Is this
am I the one going? I'm not a civil servant. They're asking me whether I'm ready for strike. I'm not a civil servant.
He's defending B2B.
What I'm telling you is that he will not increase the. Hello.
Go on.
And he said he will not increase the value naira.
Who is he? Who is he? Who is this he? Who is this he? Who is this he?
Are we talking
about Peter? Are we talking?
You see the problem we're having?
You see the problem we have in the country? I see the problem we have in the country.
Now, Jones, look at it. Sorry. Now, the issue is this. When issues are brought up this way, people don't take a focus. Diversionary voices come because they want to give up to their decisions and want to lord on us what they feel about a particular feeling they have. Now, who is even the same people, the four candidates. The four candidates.
Don't bring any position.
I have to.
Please don't.
Let Peter break.
Let talk straight. Address the issue. Are we ready for the strike?
The issue is this.
If you just answer yes or
no, the four candidates all said they were going to remove the fuel subsidy. They all said strongly. And at this point, the fuel subsidy has been removed and rested. The effect is what we are discussing. And you must rub all this in because it was linked, everything is linked and hover around it.
Let me say this, citizen. I was on NTN Night Live on last Tuesday, and this is the issue with this point. Now, we are making too much ado about this removal of fuel subsidy. Remember, there are 4 components.
But you don't think it is that issue?
It's an issue. But don't forget that there are 4 components of the energy mix in the country. We're talking about diesel. We're talking about kerosene. We're talking about aviation fuel. We're talking about PMS, which is the petrol. Now, the other 3 have long been deregulated. The PMS is the last bit of it because now the feeling is that is what touches everybody more. Now, if we take again, that is why my suggestion is that we don't jump and I do not like the way the government did it. I must confess, I do not like because that is not the President Bola Tinubu I know that think things through with solutions before embarking on most actions. Now, how that happened within this time, I don't know. So how it just happened and we'll now start looking for remediation it's not right because it created more problems. But look at it. Diesel that has been deregulated long ago, the price of diesel has not died. So businesses that are using on diesel, they have savings. Diesel was selling for $8.90. In some places, it go to $900. Diesel is now $600 and something.
At a point.
Up to now. And it's not diving. Kerosene has remained static at 400 or thereabouts.
Kerosene day, still day.
You go find them, day.
Why?
It's available. Gas, cooking gas has nosedive. So most times we have this cacophony of voices that we do not put things in perspective. Now, vehicles that are driving on diesel, most of the transport companies, most of these big transport companies, they use diesel. Are they not making savings? Why should they increase prices? Because PMS went up. So most often than not, we have this bandwagon effect on everything. If Labour, and I repeated it, if Labour has run a transport company that was given to them in 1989, if they had run a transport company that is formidable, that is thorough, and that remains the pride of the nation, today they are using, they are possibly be using diesel, and they should even be able to reduce prices of their goods and services.
Let me take some more.
Please let me say this: diesel prices has come down drastically. Gas prices has come down drastically. What we have that is rising is petrol, and everybody is just shouting this thing. Yes, it's major, but I tell you something. We must look at it in totality.
I have a listener.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, welcome. Your name, where you're calling from?
My name is Julius, sir. I'm calling from Kotu.
Okay, then.
Please, I just wanted to add to your contributions over there. I think you're asking whether we should go to strike or not.
Yeah.
I think we're supposed to go to strike because I discover that nobody is listening to each other here. Before the government goes to power or to take the position of being our president or ruling us, I think they're supposed to have a timetable, which everybody has. A businessman, even have the school has timetable to work with it. So if they're supposed to have a meeting with the labor, and reaching the time they have a meeting with labor, they didn't see anybody. Nobody appears. It means it shows that they don't respect the labor, or they don't respect anybody.
I don't say Labour is nice or they are doing a good thing. Even they themselves, I'm hearing people saying Labour should have this, you have this. When did they started to have company or when did they started to have any transport or any business?
Go other the part of the world. Labour is in business. Go any other part of the world. Go to the UK. Go to other. We have mentioned to you. They are in big business.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. I didn't say the law. I understand. What I understand by Labour, they are the one distributing job. Any job you need, if you go there, you go to the Labour, they give you. They call it manpower too. Where? You go there, you get a job.
Where?
They are the one distributing job to people.
Which of them? Which of
I'm
the
just
Labour?
giving you an example from France. Here, I don't understand what their duty is. Even me, I don't even know. So if it's there to have a company, they could have not started. They could have started for a long time. For my own idea.
60 seconds are up. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Ziggy, let's close. We must begin to go.
Yeah, Labour should be specific each time they want to represent the public on a duty trust. At this point, going on strike on issues that they themselves agreed an issue. And we are saying we shouldn't talk about certain things, but we must rub them in because they were part of the activities leading up to the present arrangement. Okay? We knew how they hobnobbed. So if their own end had failed and they want to rear their ugly head because what they expected wasn't coming forth, we should all talk about it. It shouldn't be because their effort didn't pay off. What about if who they supported won? Would they have gone on strike? We should talk about it. And Labour too, as an institution, as a body, as a force, should be able to create a public a trust, a situation where they should have a business environment that will help the public too. They have a budget, they have a common account, and it's being run by leader. So those leaders should form a nucleus of what they need to do that will affect the life of the public. Each time they are coming up to tell us they want to defend the public, in which way?
All right.
So they've lost trust.
Murphy, how do you close?
Yeah. First of all, we have to understand that we all want a better Nigeria. We all labor movement is all over the world. It's a world practice. It didn't begin in Nigeria and won't end in Nigeria. Labor embarks on strike all over the place. So it's not as if we're here condemning labor because there's a proposed strike. No. What we are saying, personally myself, what I'm saying is that we've gone through this route enough, and the end result is nothing to write home about. So I'm just saying that maybe it's time we should begin to do things differently. Even if I know there's not going to be any strike anyway by Wednesday, Labour will eventually go back to a drawing board with the government.
Tomorrow. They are meeting tomorrow.
Exactly, they will meet, and we're not hoping that the results should be that will be favorable to Nigeria. If it's favorable to Nigeria, it's good. Whether Labour, whether this party or that party, what we want is a better Nigeria. And I'm just saying that we should begin to do things differently. I'm not saying embarking on strike is a taboo or is illegal, but I'm just saying that we should work hand in hand to see how we can better our economy and better the standard of living of both those in the informal sector and those in formal sectors. We're all Nigerians and we all need to live.
Thank you.
See, one thing that is obviously clear as far as what has happened, I am greatly affected. Nobody that is smiling with what is happening, but I think it has brought discipline to us as a people. Because we take this commodity as nothing, as a free, we take it as a free commodity. And we always say it all the time, what is government doing for us? Now, if you are somebody that has been using 20,000 to fill their car, and now you want to use 60,000, you should know that all this while government has been paying 40,000 for you. So there is, and then that discipline has come in. Our road is much more freer because people are now disciplined as to what you want to do with this all-important commodity. Just like every part of the world. Go to UK. They treat the commodity with all sense of responsibility. Now for labor exists because there must be somebody that will talk for the people. Labor should not only talk about minimum wage, because how many people will be affected by minimum wage? If you're talking about minimum wage for government workers, what of the pensioners? I'm a pensioner. What of the market people? What of the people that the farmers typically? And look, sector by sector, what do you call it now? Space by space, as to how the final stage of removal of fuel subsidy on PMS will affect the man in the village, will affect the worker, and then devise programs. I don't even like to use the word palliative. Devise programs that will help. And what I'm recommending is physical policy intervention. When I mean physical policy intervention, government can reduce taxes of people. Because right now, government is getting more money than is coming through this removal of fuel subsidy. Therefore, there could be reduction of tax rates, custom duty rates, and all those other things. Even VAT can be reduced.
Subsidized transportation
and
along with labor.
It may not subsidize transportation. Then there should be. Just a second. There should be more intervention by states. For instance, look at Lagos State.
Thank you, Alessa.
The moment they increase price, Agbero and transport just
price anyhow. I say you don't catch fire. Thank you. Thank you.
We'll still get smarter.
No. I'm saying thank you.
Okay, just let me just say this. Let me thank Ziggy. I was saying it before he cut me off. Ziggy has been very wonderful. He's been a good friend. He's been taking me to his friends on business propositions.
Alessa, you want it. You want it. You're a wonderful guy. I found a good friend in you. Thank you.
Thank you, folks.
And then my guy was in the studio. He didn't say anything.
Let me end by saying, from where we started, the unhealthy intersecurity agency rivalry is not healthy for our country. We should do something about it. I hope we're already doing something about it. And labor union, I am to know, represents the collective interest of workers in this country, bargaining with employers over such concerns as wages, work conditions, and so on and so on. Calling for a strike on Wednesday, August 2nd. I can only hope that the meeting of tomorrow between government and labor
will end it.
Please, Alessa, you don't have a right to speak for me or think for me.
I'm sorry, sir.
All right, I'm out of here. Let's meet here again on Sunday. Bye-bye now.
Thank you.